Hey guys, I am back. Thank you for coming back and watching Sherry Can Cook. Hey, I finally have a tripod. Look, no hands. So I can cut my food, mix my food, everything I need to do. I would like to give a shout out to Talia. She's pretty new to my channel, and she's the one that helped me in the store. So if you're still interested, let's get to cooking. Okay, so I grabbed everything that I need to bring. We're gonna cook some chicken today. So I bought some chicken from the store, and obviously before I do anything, I'm going to want to wash this and make sure everything's good. Okay, so now that I've washed my chicken, I rinsed it off really good. Here's the pieces on there. Okay, let that sit for a second while I show you what kind of mixes that I do put in. And because I have 10 pieces of drumsticks, I'm going to use 2 eggs. So we're gonna go ahead and just crack that on in there. Now this is weird because I saw someone make some chicken before and I saw that they used batter, and I didn't want to use all that breading. You'll understand why in a minute, because I am going to use all that breading, if that makes sense. So what I like to do is go ahead and mix everything up here. Make sure the yolk's all mixed up, and then I have some seasonings that I would like to add to the egg. Okay, that's all mixed up. Now, I have paprika that I'm using, chicken seasoning, onion powder, garlic powder, pepper, and some crushed red pepper flakes. So I don't really measure when I'm cooking, so I'm just gonna try and gauge it out for you. But on the paprika, you could probably get away with just using a 1/4 teaspoon. So I'm gonna dump that in there. Okay. Now the chicken seasoning, this is the first time I'm ever gonna try this chicken seasoning. I've never tried it before. I mean, I have tried it before on seasoning my other stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and give that a little shot because, well, we are cooking with chicken. Onion powder, you can go ahead and be generous with it. And I thought I opened all of my containers, so I apologize for that. Let's just go ahead and get this open real quick. So, sorry, I'm usually a little bit more prepared, but I'm gonna go ahead and throw some garlic seasoning in there. Okay, just a little bit, same 1/4 teaspoon maybe. Onion powder, I don't have any extra onions, so I'm gonna just go ahead and toss a little bit of the onion powder in there. All of these seasonings are probably gonna be a 1/4 teaspoon. Now I'm going to throw some pepper in there, and there's not very much in here. So I'm probably gonna just pepper it up really good. I do like spicy food, so what I'll do is I'll put some of this crushed red pepper inside as well, because I'm gonna throw some in my flour and it'll be very spicy. Hopefully not too spicy for someone that I want to give it a shot, give it a try. So then what I'll do is I'll just go ahead and mix this up really good. Make sure that obviously it's gonna have a little bit of color to it because it's egg and it's all those seasonings. I just had an idea, I may just do half of the chicken in here and try another recipe. So if you're game, go ahead and like this video, subscribe, hit that bell down there, because every time I make a video, you will know. So here's what it looks like. I don't know if I can get that. Can you see that very good? I don't want it to spill. Anyway, it's that color. And I'm going to go ahead and add my chicken in there. And okay, so 5 chickens. We'll try with 5. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And mix that up so that it gets all over the chicken. You want to have all those seasonings, all that yummy deliciousness inside. I'm going to put this in the freezer cooler probably for about 10-15 minutes, just so that it could marinate on the inside or get all over the chicken, whatever it needs to do. That's probably a lot of stuff that I added, but you know, flavor is good. So mix it up real good. Make sure that you get all of that in there. Okay. Flavor is there. And then I'm going to go ahead and put this right back into the refrigerator. Now, my idea, somebody probably did it out there, but a light went on, went ding. You know what? I want to try some mustard. So let's go ahead and squeeze I think I'm going to do about 1/3 of a cup, 1/4 of a cup. Better shake it before I get some of that other stuff in there, the liquid. So about 1/3 of a cup, somewhere around there. Just go ahead and squeeze that on in there. Sure, why not? I decided I'm gonna probably put a little bit of soy sauce in there, like maybe just to flavor it up a little bit. And I like the all-purpose seasoning and soy sauce. It's Bragg's, and I really like it. So let's go like a 1/4 of a teaspoon, like not very much in there. So I'm gonna take my little whisk and I'm gonna go ahead and mix that all together, and it's gonna come together very nicely, actually. Just wanted to give it a little saltiness to that. So you're gonna do your mustard. Now, I'm still gonna put the seasonings in there. I'm gonna put my little paprika in. So let's go ahead and, again, probably like a quarter teaspoon possibly. Let's do some more chicken seasoning. Like I said, all of these will be, like I'm putting probably like a 1/4 of a teaspoon of each of these in there. You can do less or more depending on what your taste buds say. My taste buds say I like a lot of flavor. Pepper, and I'm still gonna do some crushed red pepper in here, because like I said, I like spicy. So let's get some of them puppies in there. Depending, like I said, on what you like as far as heat goes. I like spicy, so I'm gonna mix that up. And it didn't change too much of a color, so, but it looks really good. And let's go ahead and show you that. Come on, focus. Is it focused? Yeah. All right. This is what it's gonna look like. Let me get a little closer for you. It's gonna marinate really well, because I'm gonna do the same thing that I did to the other batch that I'm gonna do to this. So I'm gonna put this into the freezer, let it marinate again for another 10 minutes. Okay, so I wanted to let you know what I was doing is I was putting it into a plastic bag. It seems to work a little bit better like that. So I did take the chicken out. The first batch that I made which is the egg and all the seasonings in that. Now, I'm gonna do a little something here. I've got a whole bunch of stuff set up here. So the first bowl I'm gonna use is just a regular egg. Okay, so just one little egg. I actually got that split around here. So that'll be the second. The first mixture will be the flour. I wanna get some flour in the bowl so I can capture some of that flavor in there. So it doesn't matter really how much you use because these are just coatings. I don't necessarily like to use a whole bunch because I don't like to waste my flour. I mean, yeah, I could go and buy some more. So then the last step is going to be breadcrumbs. Breadcrumbs that I bought from the store. We're gonna go ahead and do that. Now, the treat, the surprise, or whatever you want to say, is going to be that I'm going to be adding chicken to my air fryer. And we're going to do it that way. Fried chicken isn't fried chicken unless it's crispy fried, right? We can all agree that we like, let me just name off a few. There's a couple grocery stores that I like to go to get my chicken. I just had Church's chicken the other day and it was super like crunchy goodness. At one point I think we used to like KFC. I don't know if anybody still goes there anymore, but let's get this started. Let's see what we can come up with here. I'm gonna go ahead and whisk my egg here just so that we can make sure it mixes all right. I'm gonna try this, and it's someone said this is the best way to mix a egg up. I mean, your chicken is you use one hand for the dry and one hand for the wet. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my left hand for the wet, meaning I gotta go in here with the left. Okay. And then, ooh, that is so good. Put it in our flour. We're gonna make sure that gets mixed around very good. And go ahead and mix that. Make sure the flour gets on there. Get the flour all over that piece of chicken. I know, I'm probably making a mess and I probably should have used my apron today, but you learn as you go, right? Now you're gonna put it inside the egg. You're gonna do an egg wash. Go ahead and get all that egg all over the flour. Make that stick. Crunchy goodness. And then after that, what I like to do is I like to go ahead and drain that all egg off of there and put it in my breadcrumbs. Let's get all that mixed up in there. The breadcrumbs all over the egg. So far working really well as far as using one glove for wet and one glove for dry. And I'm just gonna stick it in right into my air fryer. Next, keep going. Now, can't really turn off my camera right now because my hands are a little dirty. I mean, I could take off my gloves, but you know, hey, we'll learn as we go. We'll see how. Okay, so it's been halfway through. The chicken's been in for about 10 minutes. Just wanted to give that a little bit longer. I mean, in the freezer. This is the mustard, and actually, we're gonna need another egg again. So go ahead and let's crack that egg, and then just a little bit more flour. Too much flour, but Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix that egg real quick, mash up the yolk, see what we can do here. I have nothing in the egg. I have just the egg itself. I did forget, however, to put some salt in all of the other ingredients that I've mixed together. So I guess we'll see how it is, because like when you're a cook, people say, oh, don't add salt to so-and-so's cooking because they might get offended. Listen, if you like salt and the cook doesn't like salt, you might need to add some more. Come on now. All right, so let's try this. That was my little rant. Anyway, just a little bit about myself is, like I said, I am not a chef. I don't cook for restaurants. However, there might be something in the future, like not a surprise, but something I've been thinking about for a long time. I'm hoping that I get enough courage, I should say, to bring that all up onto the surface. But this is a good way to start, get my face out there, see what I got going on here. I mean, like I said, and I can't say it enough that I'm not a chef. But I do have something coming that I will tell you, spoiler alert, that one of my friends from church, I'm actually going to go to her house, and I'm going to film her cooking. So that'll be fun. That'll be great. Now let's get back into this. Go ahead and mix that up. This is the mustard mix that I put together. All right, and I noticed this is very well coated. Good thing I'm using gloves. So here we go. That looks amazing. Like, let's get that mixed up. Put some flour on it. That is simply, it's got a lot of stuff on it. So, and it smells delicious. So dry. Let's get it in the egg wash. Stir it around a little bit. My stirring techniques, yes, a little crazy, but hey. Flip it over. Do on the other side. Make sure you get that egg wash all over the place. That way everything can stick when it needs to. All right. Breadcrumbs. And just the same as before, you're just going to put it in your breadcrumbs, and you're just going to mix it around, make sure it gets all over that chicken. Make sure you get all kinds of breadcrumbs on there. That's what's gonna make it crispy in the air fryer. Hey guys, here is what happened. I made my chicken here, and this is the first batch. The top part is the first batch. This bottom batch here, I had to take out earlier than the other ones that are still in there because the breadcrumbs cooked faster, I guess. Plus it was preheated because of the first batch. Now, I did run out of breadcrumbs, so I had to do something really quick because I needed some kind of a breading on top of my other ones. So I found a bag of chips and I ground some up, and I rolled it around the chips, and let's see how that works out. It's not looking like it's browning very well. I do have 3 minutes left on there, but let's go ahead and take a peek. So this, like I said, is not browning very much. That is with the chips on it. So I'm gonna let it sit in there for probably the rest of the time. It is falling apart, so maybe we won't do the chips again next time. We'll just stick with the breading. But I wanted to let you know that I had to try one of each, obviously. So I made some rice to go with it. No special thing. With rice, all you have to do is put water in to fill it up in a pot, let it steam for 20 minutes. No big deal. But the chicken is what I wanted to try. Now, a lot of people, when they cook, they try the food for you that they cook. I'm gonna try these ones, but leave a comment below and let me know if I should keep trying my food every time I make something for you guys. I am gonna wait for the other one, but I do have one of each with the egg wash. This is the egg wash, this one here. So let's just give this a shot. Wow, that is really good. Now, we're gonna try the one with the mustard that I really did. It wasn't that one wasn't as crunchy, but let's try the mustard. It's a little hot still. Ow, that's hot. My vote would have to be with the mustard. Although I still like the egg wash, but the mustard,